To you who have carried entirely too much this year, I see you sitting there. I can see the heavy slope of your shoulders, the quiet way you exhale, and that pulling ache behind your eyes. You have the look of someone who has fought a long, bitter war that no one else could see. Someone who simply wants to lay down their armor in the dirt and finally rest. I am not here to tell you to find the silver lining, or to pretend the changing of a calendar will erase the bruises you have accumulated. I am only here to sit beside you in the exhaustion. I am writing to you from a damp tent in Germania, late in the winter night, watching a single candle struggle against the cold draft. I have spent years out here on this freezing frontier, enduring betrayals, managing crises, and watching a merciless plague hollow out the people I love. I know what it means to reach the end of a year and feel absolutely emptied out by it. I know the bone-deep fatigue of holding the pieces together day after day when your own spirit is frayed to a single thread. You are entirely permitted to be tired, and you are not alone in this heavy silence. Here is what I have found as the years stack up heavy and cold. We place so much power in the passing of a year, as if the turning of a calendar page will magically sever us from our burdens. But time does not care about our calendars. The universe moves in a single, unbroken river. The weight you feel is not the year itself, but the memory of it, the resistance to what the year brought to your door. There was a moment here, near the Danube, when I thought my own spirit would simply crack. The plague was tearing through the camps, taking good men indiscriminately. My body, which has always been frail, was failing me, coughing until my ribs ached. And then the news arrived that Avidius Cassius, a trusted general and a man I called a friend, had betrayed me and moved to seize the empire. I remember sitting in the dark, looking at the casualty lists, feeling an exhaustion so deep it felt like a physical crushing in my chest. I did not want to endure another winter of mud and blood and betrayal. But here is the quiet truth I discovered in that tent, something your modern era of quick comforts and relentless positivity often misses. Philosophy does not promise us a life free from pain. It promises us a place within ourselves that pain cannot reach. I realized that the plague could take my breath, Cassius could take my throne, and the cold could take my warmth. But none of them could compel me to be bitter. None of them could force me to abandon my goodness. Deep within you, there is an inner citadel. It is your ruling center. And no matter what this past year has hurled against its walls, the sanctuary inside remains entirely untouched. You who are listening to this across the distance of time, I want you to look closely at the thing you are carrying right now. All the setbacks, the quiet griefs, the days you felt you were barely surviving. They have battered your walls. They have left you desperately weary. But they have not corrupted your character. You walked through the mud, and you did not let it stain your soul. That is what true endurance is. It is not avoiding the storm. It is letting the storm rage while you quietly hold on to your humanity. The philosophers of the East and my own Stoic teachers agree on this one profound reality. Time is a rushing river, and the water you are standing in has already washed downstream. This brutal year you just survived is already gone. In the vast, infinite stretch of eternity, it is merely a tiny ripple in a boundless sea. You do not need to carry its ashes forward. You only need to stand here, in this present moment, recognizing that your citadel held. It is time to let it go. Unfasten the clasp of this exhausted year and let it fall from your shoulders like a heavy winter cloak dropped by the side of the road. You do not need to drag it with you one step further into the dark. My quiet wish for you tonight is simply this: a deep and completely dreamless rest. Close your eyes and sleep without the ghosts of the past 12 months standing over your bed. Let the silence of the night soothe your weary bones. You have done enough. You have endured enough. Now it is time to breathe. I will remain here at my desk a little while longer, watching the candle burn down to the wax. Be at peace, my friend. Yours from the long frontier. Marcus. The sun rises tomorrow on an untouched canvas.